Hey, thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name's Olivia and I'm a gender affirming voice teacher. And in gender affirming speech work, vocal exercises are tailored to help you achieve a more feminine or more masculine, a more androgynous voice, whatever it is that you're looking for. The core principles of this work involve resonance, pitch, articulation, inflection, and vocal weight. All of these elements play a big role in how we perceive voices. Now, if you're working on singing, those same core principles apply to the singing voice. So if you're working on singing specifically with your voice and gender affirming voice work, again, we can use these tailored exercises to help you achieve a different sounding voice. So in this video, I'm really going to be focusing on vocal feminization in terms of the singing voice. So in general, we're working towards a higher, brighter, lighter kind of a sound that is going to be more feminine perceived. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing 4 exercises to help you work on a more feminine singing voice. So let's get started. So the first thing we want to work on is resonance, and more specifically with vocal feminization and singing, we want to think about shifting the resonance forward. Now we do that by using nasal sounds. Nasal sounds help us to access that feeling of buzziness in the nose, and it helps us to create kind of an easy feeling voice as well. When we use that to sort of place the sound more forward. So this is helpful as we go on with pitch and other things like that. So this is a really great fundamental thing to work on. So the nasal sounds are like an N sound, N, like Nancy, like Mary, and also an NG, like you're saying sing. And I personally really find that the NG is a really great way to access that forward feeling. I like it because I think it kind of encourages you to keep your jaw a little bit more relaxed, which is what we want as well. So you can start using this NG sound really on any exercise, any vocal combination, but you could start by doing some pitch glides on an N sound or NG sound. And I'm kind of feeling where that is in my face. I could also sing arpeggios, which is like 1, 3, 5, 1, jumping over, singing the notes of a chord. So I'm just kind of feeling that up here and letting that just be easy as I float up and down in the arpeggio. You could also do other exercises, just, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any combination is really okay. And then you can use that sound to, once you've kind of gotten that feeling, you want to use that same sort of forward idea to take over into the rest of your singing. So you might do a combination where you do that you start with that NG and then open up to a vowel, kind of trying to keep that placement up forward. The next thing we want to think about is extending your pitch range higher. So cis women and people who are assigned female at birth don't necessarily all have high voices. There's a huge range of pitches when it comes to where women speak, and also where cis women and those assigned female at birth, where they sing. So put that in your back pocket, of course. But if that's something that you're interested in, I would start using a lip trill. So a lip trill is where you stick your lips out, put some air through your lips, and then add a hum. Perfect. So you can use this again on any different exercises that you want to do. You could do glides up and down. You could do arpeggios. You could do that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any of those are good as long as you're kind of incrementally moving up. with those exercises. So you can move up like in half steps, for instance. So if I was moving up with my arpeggios, I might do kind of keep going up from there. So it's important to make sure that you keep this nice and relaxed. You can kind of move your head back and forth. Move your head to kind of keep things relaxed. And make sure that you're keeping that volume similar as you go from low to high, that you're not pushing and singing louder than you need to at the top. Keeping that volume the same from the low part of that exercise is going to help to allow the vocal cords to really come together rather than adding tension. Using a lip trill makes it really easy for your vocal cords to vibrate because it creates kind of a cushion of air around your vocal cords. So that's why it's a really effective technique in allowing you to access higher pitches without working super hard. So the next thing we want to think about is lightening our vocal weight. So masculine perceived voices tend to have kind of a buzziness to them, maybe kind of like a chesty kind of feeling to them. And that's due to the vocal cords being a little bit thicker and getting more engagement from those vocal cords coming together. So what we want to do is work on lightening that up. So it might be the difference between something like and Those are the same pitches, but one is a really light vocal quality and the other one is a little bit thicker and stronger, a little bit buzzier. So cis women and those assigned female at birth will have smaller vocal cords, which lead to just like a little bit less engagement with those vocal cords and lead to that kind of lighter perceived sound. So to work towards a light sound, first I would think about kind of saying, "Ah," like you're looking at a cute little kitten. "Ah, that's gonna be lighter. Ah." And then we can use a Y sound and do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do U, E, U, E, U, but we're gonna start with a Y. U, E, U, E, U. U, E, U, E, U. U, E, U, E, U. And kind of try and keep that nice and easy and light. You can stop in between. Ah, you, you, you. Ah, you, you, you. And try to keep that nice and light, keeping that ah as a little bit of an accountability piece in the middle. So try to keep that all at a little bit of a lower volume and maintain that light vocal weight as you descend. So instead of you, 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 you know, it might feel it getting heavier as you go down. You, you, you. Keep it nice and light all the way down. And finally, we can work on modifying vowel shapes. So masculine perceived voices tend to have darker perceived vowel shapes. So that's due to the size of the vocal tract. So let me give you an example. If I sing ah, if I sing ah, or I sang ah, those are very different sounds, but the exact same pitch. So that first one is what we describe as darker. Oh, you might think of that as more of kind of an opera sound in the back versus ah. That might be more of like a musical theater kind of bright sound. So in general, with vowel modification, we want to work towards a brighter vowel. So all vowels that are sort of live in the back, so ah, o, even oo, all of those vowels, we can kind of bring them more towards the front. So the first thing I want you to do with this is just kind of lift your cheeks a little bit to give you a little bit more opening in the lips, a little bit of what we might describe as the singer smile, okay? So first, let's just sing one note on ah, and I want you to put your fingers here. We don't want to feel any lift in the cheeks. Just let them be heavy and just sing ah. Cool. And then we can lift those cheeks. Kind of think of a vertical lift, lifting that and opening this. Ah. And that's automatically a brighter sound. So you can kind of think about that. Ah, 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 ah. So you can do that with other vowel sounds too. You can do it with O, 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 or oo, ooh, ooh. You can kind of alter that with just that slight lift of the cheeks. So that's a good first kind of step in modifying those vowels. So those brighter vowels are due to a smaller vocal tract. So cis women and those assigned female at birth tend to have a smaller vocal tract, which gives us those brighter vowels. So that's why when we hear that slightly smaller space in here, that lift, ah, that's gonna give us that perception of a more feminine sound. Okay, so a feminine perceived singing voice can definitely be achieved if you work on forward resonance, if you work on extending your pitch, if you work on lightening your vocal weight, and modifying your vowel shapes. So depending on what your goals are, you can kind of mix and match some of these and turn the dial on all of these. You know, do I want it to be really bright? Do I want it to be really light? Do I want it to be medium light? All of those things, depending on what song you're singing, how you're feeling that day, or you know, what your specific goals are, and make you feel authentic in that vocal presentation. So whether you're working on speaking or singing, these kinds of exercises, you know, focusing on vocal weight, resonance, pitch, all of these things really help to create a lighter, brighter, higher vocal quality without causing strain. So if you are interested in taking a lesson, there's a link down in the description if you want to work on speech, if you want to work on singing. Take a look down there and sign up for a consultation with me. So remember that the goal here is to work toward finding a voice that feels authentic and easy for you, while also embracing the natural qualities of your voice. So with consistency and practice, you can definitely achieve that feminine perceived singing voice that you're looking for. Let me know if you have any questions or if anything stuck out to you today. I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.